Quickly before we get started in this video, I just want to let you guys know that apparently half of my viewers aren't subscribed, so make sure you are subscribed. Thank you very much. Now let's get into the video. Yo guys, Features Gaming here and welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we are back on Formula 1 2020 for another episode of the My Team Career Mode here for the Chinese Grand Prix today. It is episode 4 today because Chinese is the 4th race in the calendar, and I'm going to do this race a bit differently today. So I'm going to be driving in the cockpit. I'm not going to be driving in T-Cam, I'm going to be driving in the cockpit with no display whatsoever to try and make it a bit more realistic for me, and I just feel like I can drive a bit quicker like that. I don't know why. And I'm also going to be running with ABS off as well, so I can lock up the tyres, as I can hopefully get into the braking zone a bit later, get a bit later on the brakes, and maybe brake a bit more harshly at the start and then gradually decrease the brakes so we don't cause the lockup, and we can stop the car a bit quicker to try and get into the corner. I just feel like I can drive a bit quicker with those settings. Yeah, we're going to do that. And also, I realise as well, if I go to the Corporates tab on the sponsorship, I can add a new sponsor to the car, meaning that we can also get more money each weekend. So let's go through and see what we can do. So qualifying P10 or better. Well, with the performances, that might be okay. Score three Constructors' Championship points during a race weekend, could do that. As a team, complete a total of 75 laps during a race weekend. I'm not going to do that because, as well, what I also want to do is I'm not going to be doing the practice sessions at all. I'm just going to be simulating them, and all I'm going to be doing is one-shot qualifying and then the 25% race. As a team, complete a total of 50 laps during a race weekend. No, that won't be sufficient. Achieve the fastest lap during a race. Yeah, we're not possibly going to do that. Achieve a top 10 finish during the race. I could possibly go with that. 170k. As a team, complete a total of 10 laps during practice. Again, we're not going to be doing practice. 10 constructors thingy. Overtake 10 different drivers during a race. Complete a race with no DNS within the team. That could be a good one to go for. Overtake 15 different drivers during a race. Where's the one where you can overtake 5 drivers? Because I think that might be the best one, because obviously we're going to be overtaking people when they're coming into pit as well. Score more points than the team directly above you in the vehicle performance comparison. Achieve and hold first position for 4 laps. As the team completes a total of 30 laps during practice. P15 or better, that's a good one, but it's only 85k. Answer at least 4 interview questions during the race weekend. Achieve a top 12 finish during the race. Could do that one. Complete a race with no DNS within the team. Earn driver of the day. Achieve and hold first position for 2 laps during the race. Complete all practice programs in the race weekend. Achieve top 14. I think that will be a good one to go for. So let's confirm that on the car. I mean, you're probably saying, well, Fetch, you were getting like P4 the last time we saw you. Yeah, I haven't turned it up to 90. I don't want to either, because I want to be, you know, in there. But then again, I don't really want to kind of be like really at the back like for the entire race, because when I'm on 90, like they can just storm off and leave me for dead. So yeah, obviously we'll see what happens in qualifying, and if I'm like in the top 4, then maybe bring it up to like 88 or something like that. I also want to change my car as well, so I'm going to change my car quickly and my character as well, and I'll show you what I'm going to go for. Okay, so this is the car, as you can see. Hopefully my face cam isn't covering anything. It shouldn't be. I think the only thing it's covering is kind of like the acclaim levels and stuff in the top left. You might be top right. Sorry, you might be able to see a bit of it, but I don't know. But yeah, that is the car. It's the End Racism livery that the Formula One have brought out as the new season passes come out, and I have got that. Also with my character, I'm running a End Racism suit and helmet, and the gloves. Obviously I don't have the gloves for that either yet, but I'm working up to getting those gloves, and when I have those gloves, I'm going to be running those gloves as well. So let's go to the activities screen and see what we can do. So let's go for a power equipment upgrade. We're just going to skip the invitational event, and then here we will do a weight training, and then a durability department a durability department focus. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's advance the time now and get to the Grand Prix weekend. So again with the invitational event.
Production line earlier this week, so the entire development package for this weekend has failed. Check your R&D screen to order any redevelopments.
So let's go to the R&D screen then, because our aerodynamic, the whatever that says, has failed. We do have enough to upgrade that as well. Let's just do another recommend. Yeah, we can do that one as well. Obviously, when we invest in our facilities, then we shouldn't really get that. We do have 2.37 million in the bank anyway. So what could we possibly spend that on? Can we spend that on anything in fabrication? Yes, we can. So let's do quality control. I think really we need quality control on each one of our departments. So then we can reduce the R&D chance of it failing. And then look at getting build time and then resource points generation. So yeah, let's skip and advance the invitational event and let's just keep advancing to the race weekend. And as I said, we're not going to be doing the practice sessions, we're just going to go to qualifying and then the race. So obviously now then being on 89%, not 89, being on 85%, because I think that's what we're on at the moment. Yes, it might be, we may be a bit behind the pack. But that's where I should be anyway, like, as my car is quite new to the grid. Like, this is only my 4th race. So yeah, let's go to the grid and, well, not go to the grid because we haven't even done qualifying yet, but let's get to qualifying and hopefully we'll put in a decent lap that should put us in a decent place on the grid. Also, I know the camera is like slightly zoomed out, so I'm quite small. I just want you basically to see like the every movement I'm doing on my steering wheel. So yeah, I know that the camera's a bit zoomed out. Yeah, I am using my new GoPro as well, by the way. So yeah, I know that it is zoomed out, but I just want you guys to basically see what I'm doing with my wheel, basically, like it in quite good framing. And obviously, if it was zoomed in, yes, you would still be able to see my wheel, but not as good as it would be from that. So yeah, let's advance the Can I speak English today? Advance the practice sessions and get through to the race. Not race. Qualifying. Wow, I cannot speak. Right, let's see what our team has done. So I think it said like 300 R&D points for us and 100 for Elise. I can't remember how you say his first name, I'm afraid. These are our acclaim levels. So our second driver is actually a better acclaim than us. But hopefully, as we go through the race and stuff, our acclaim should be going up. Obviously, we are only in our first season of our My Team career, and our fourth ever race as well. Yeah, last weekend didn't go too well. I mean, actually, it did go well. We did get P6, but yeah, I just don't like the track. It's just, I don't like it. Okay, so it looks like that the weather for the qualifying and race seems to be dry, so that's a good thing. So let's get to qualifying, put in a good lap, and hopefully we have a good race. I am quite good around China, to be fair. Alright, let's put on our setup for China. There we go. And we are going to be running on the soft compound as well, because that's the best tyre. As you can see, we're in the cockpit and stuff. So yeah, let's go. Let's hopefully put in a decent lap. And we should hopefully be with a good chance. As you can see, a little lock up there on the left. But it's quite hard to avoid locking up there. Brake hard and then ease off the brakes a little bit. There we go. Get around there. Oh, lag, 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 lag. Jeez. Do not do that in the race. Because I didn't know where I was. Alright, brake hard, ease off, there we go. Probably shifting up a bit too early. Should probably rev out the gearbox a bit more. Right, one of the hardest braking zones, here we go. Brake hard. Ease off slightly. There we go. No lockup. That's good. Up the curb in fourth gear. And there we go. That is P17. That's not actually bad. Considering that we didn't do any of the practice sessions as well. That we just went in there, guns blazing. I think that's alright. I think we should leave it on 85%. And I think we should be in with a good chance in the race with that lap. Honestly do think, because obviously as I get through the race I'll learn the track a bit more and I'll start getting to a rhythm. I should be in with a good chance of getting that. So let's go through to the cutscene for the race, see where our teammate qualified as well, because I'm interested to know where he came. So yeah, let's get through to the race after the interviews with Claire.
Enjoy that. You made it look easy.
Did I?
Who would you say is your biggest rival at the moment?
Who's my biggest rival? I mean, I don't actually know where any of them came, so I'm going to go with Kimi Räikkönen, because he does have a good acclaim level, or I might actually go with Giovinazzi. Yeah, I'm going to go with Giovinazzi, actually.
It's been a great qualifying session for you. Are you going to carry that momentum into the race?
I'm just going to say we have a good strategy, and it should give us plenty of points, even though we probably won't be finishing top 10 anyway.
Appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem, Claire. Right, let's get through to the race and see what we can do.
It's time to find out which driver is up to the task of claiming the Chinese Grand Prix. We're here in Shanghai. We start a lap here at Shanghai with the long, difficult right-handers of turns 1 and 2, the first of 16 corners that make up this 3.3-mile circuit. The incredibly long back straight provides the best passing opportunity of the lap, with speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour before the braking zone of turn 14. Anthony Davidson, thanks for joining me once again for the Grand Prix. So let's kick off with Giuliano Alesi. Looks like they've got a tough race in store today, as grid penalties from changing power unit components has forced them further down the field.
That's our driver.
At least those fresh components can help them maintain the power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a more aggressive approach today to make up for the compromised start.
It's time to see how
Where should they have started?
Up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Leclerc, Verstappen, Sebastian Vettel, and Ricciardo, Albon, Sainz, Kvyat, and Lance Stroll, Gasly, Raikkonen, Kevin Magnussen, Wilson, Grosjean, Giovinazzi, Lando Norris, and George Russell. Latifi, Perez, Ocon. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty.
3 drivers have had grid penalties.
It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
Okay, so they had a 10-place grid penalty, so I think they were possibly behind me.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
And I've been promoted up into P14, so 2 positions up on where we should have started. So race strategy, what is it going to reckon? 5 laps on the softs and then 9 laps on the mediums. Yeah, 22 minutes should be a good race actually. Fuel, how many laps is it? 14. Let's put in 16. Let's make the car a bit lighter. Right, there we go.
Drive-through penalty. You have a drive-through penalty.
Let's restart that. I forgot I didn't have that. I tried to reposition my clutch, but then I remembered, oh wait, if I release the clutch, we're going to go, aren't we?
After the points finish.
Right, and it looks like that our car is a bit worn as well. Right, so and away we go, let's go. Right, well, we've lost our front wing then. Looks like we'll have to come in for hards at the end of this lap then.
You've got front wing damage. Recommend you box for a new one.
Copy that.
Okay, we can take you this lap. A new strategy is available on the MFD.
If it's pit this lap, I've already done it.
Copy.
Actually, they recommend mediums as well. Could mediums get to the end? If it's 14... Yeah, 13 laps. Maybe then. It might get a bit worn towards the end, so we might have to... do some tyre saving, but I am suffering so much understeer through the right-handers. Oh my god. Try and hold off, is that Russell? Try and hold him off a bit. Right, just drop down to first gear just so we can get round there. Right, there we go. Let's come into the pits now then. Let's just get our front wing changed and then we basically just need to drive. So first lap hasn't been the best for us. But hopefully we can make up for it. Green light, there we go.
Let's go now. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
This is why I don't like the first lap at China, because it's so easy for someone to just take off your front wing. But nonetheless, we're out now. It's happened. I'm trying to do these races as it would be, so not trying to use flashback if I break my wing, just try and carry on with it. If my race is ruined, my race is ruined. I'm trying to take this game seriously.
Entering somewhere on the ICE. Be aware that we will start to see a loss of power.
But if we like jump start for something I forgot, then that's when I'd restart it. Right, Hamilton's just setting the quickest lap, obviously. Right, overtake enabled.
Let's use overtake and burn some of this energy.
I'll drop down to standard because we're not really catching anyone. I mean, then again, we shouldn't really be using our battery either. We'll probably use a bit of it just to get a bit of a leap out of the corners, but we probably won't use it for like a massive long straight. So they only enable it for like a second or two out of each corner to try and get us a bit of a launch out of the corners. Bit of a lockup. You can afford it. It's not really like a high-speed lockup, and you're not really going to be you're not really going to be in it for long. So you can afford to lock up around some of these corners. But if you can avoid it, then obviously by all means do. But if you do lock up, it's not really a massive deal.
Are you okay? That was a nasty hit.
Now, if I was taking this game seriously, I would obviously drop it there, but because I'm not, I'm just going to flashback. Because I want to complete this race. We haven't even been driving for long either.
engine is looking a little worn. Power output will be less than optimal.
That's probably another reason why we're not super quick either. I need to remember to change some components on the car before the next episode. Or in the next episode.
Gap to teammate ahead is 28.0 seconds.
28. So we might be gaining on them, but ever so slightly. What's the gap?
Latifi is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 26.5 seconds.
26.
They're on old softs. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 41.0.
Okay, I'm probably gaining on them by a second a lap. Not really a lot. But I've switched it up into rich mix and seeing if we can close up a bit more. What I don't like about the MFD display is that when you're in the cockpit cam, the MFD is a bit off to the right. It's kind of offset a little, and I don't like that. What is the wear of our engine anyway? Oh, it's just our ICE, okay. If that was new as well, we probably would be gaining a lot quicker as well. We need to focus on bringing this car home, really. I'm sure people will DNF during this race as well.
The car ahead is coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead, now running medium tyres.
So let's see if he's come in. So people are already in for their pit stops. So does that mean Latifi's already in the pits? No, because our teammates just come in now.
Giuliano in the pits.
So they're over there, and I'm still here. Or did they come in on lap 4? They probably did. Right, let's switch our fuel mix back down a bit. I haven't actually been using my overtake as I said I would be.
The car in front is 19.2 seconds.
Right. Let's try and get past Russell if we can. I think that's Russell, or is it Latifi? No, that's Latifi. Alright, let's leave this bit in uncut.
If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do.
Yes, I know. I'm thinking we could possibly get him, if we get a really good exit out of this, we might be able to get him going into the heavy braking zone at turn 14. You can just see from this long straight though, we're gaining. Okay, let's enable overtake for this whole thing actually, and then probably disable it now. Let's go outside. I know outside isn't ideal, but... Alright, he's still there, leave him some room. Got him. Right, let's just keep it in rich for a bit just to try and pull away and then bring it down into standard. We might have to go into lean later on in the race just to try and save some fuel. So we do only have 0.14 laps positive of our original fuel mix thing. I don't know how that works. Basically, we have enough fuel to end to finish the race on, but we are cutting it a bit tight. I think with a track like this, it's not really about being quick. I think it's really mainly about being consistent. It's probably the same with Vietnam as well. Obviously, quick is another factor as well, but being consistent is more important than being quick. I think that really goes for all motorsport as well. Consistency is key. Quick is just another factor.
The gap to the car ahead is 5.0 seconds.
And I'm going into oversteer out of that hard braking zone as well. Right, we're probably out of Latifi's DRS zone. Or he might still be in it, but I don't think he doesn't really have a very good slipstream though, so we can still keep ahead of him for now. Save a bit of fuel there. We're just letting gravity take effect rather than actually braking. Yes, we might be slower, but the thing is that if you even accelerate, you're going to need to brake anyway. So if you just let the car roll, then that's actually, it's the same speed, you're just saving fuel. Obviously for long straights and stuff, then by all means do accelerate. I'm not saying just, oh well, by the time I get round this corner I should just let off, because by the time I get down to the corner I would have slowed down anyway. Yeah, I'm not saying that. Do accelerate. Just where you can, try and save fuel. Right, Latifi is all over us. So we just need to try and keep in front.
Gap to car in front is 6.0 seconds.
We probably won't gain another position. I think we just mainly need to focus at keeping Latifi at bay. I mean, we're on lap 10, we've got 4 laps remaining. It's going to be a bad day at the office. Our teammate will finish ahead of us, unfortunately, but hopefully in the next round, I can't remember where we're going to. I think it's probably Spain. I'm quite good around Spain, so that might be our only opportunity in order to try and, you know, gain some positions. And obviously, if we're putting some fresh power components into the engine, then that should help us as well. Right, I think we've successfully held Latifi off. I think all we need to do now is just focus on building that gap. I can see cars up ahead battling, so that's going to slow them down, and plus I'm trying to save fuel as much as I can. And one of those is to shift up early.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
That's all I need. Where are the retirements though? Some drivers kind of retire out of this race. And we haven't had a single retirement yet. Right, come on. Latifi is there. He's probably still within DRS range. What's the gap?
Russell is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 4.1 seconds.
Only 4 seconds,
They're on
okay.
old mediums. Their tyres are 4 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:40.8. You're gaining by 1.6 seconds a lap.
Wow. Okay, right there. Is that going to bring out a virtual safety car? I think we're all good. What I really need is a safety car, really. So I can come in for a fresh set of rubber and use that rubber to try and get past everyone, but I don't think they will because it's like, there's only probably like 2 laps left. Yeah, because I'm getting the caution range. Where is it? There it is. Okay, he just retired off there. Yeah, that won't cause a virtual safety car.
Green flag.
If it was, I think if we had a few more laps to go, then maybe they might have brought it out, the VSC. But I think at the moment it's all good.
We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now.
Oh yeah, I've been on these mediums for like the entire race. What are they on? Oh, they're only on like 30%, alright. Right, are we going on to our final lap? What lap are we on? That's not good. I'm just gonna flashback that. Flashback. We've got 2 laps remaining. 3 laps including this. No, 2 laps yeah, 3 laps including this one. We might be able to get Russell then. But I'm not too sure. I think we are out of Latifi's DRS range
We're
now.
increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
Drag reduction system. Honestly, Martin Brundle's favourite word is drag reduction system, because every time he says DRS, he always then says drag reduction system. It's funny because
There's only one
he
lap
says
of
DRS
fuel
drag reduction system, like he just emphasises it, and it's just like, oh my god. It's a good learning curve though, because it gets it stuck in everyone's head, I guess. That's a great way to learn something, make it funny. So then it sticks in your head. Like when my teacher jumped off a chair to demonstrate kinetic energy. With the health and safety person in the room with us.
This is your final lap.
Right.
Final lap of the race.
Yeah, we won't get Russell here, but we are definitely gonna beat Latifi. As long as I don't come dead last, then I'm happy. Hopefully we can do better in the next episode. I think if I hadn't have got that damage at the start, then I could possibly have come in probably P12, I'm thinking. I mean, this is maybe the time where we might have to actually turn down the AI difficulty level. I know, maybe I am quicker in TCAM then. I don't know. Haven't locked up at that corner this entire time, and on the last lap, then I go and lock up. Alright, checkered flag, there we go. P20.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Bit of action in that race. Not much as I would have hoped to have done though. But nonetheless, we still did it. I think the camera's not even pointing at me, is it? Just going to point it that way just so I know it is.
Under their belts. Well done to the team at Mercedes. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to
Alright, Hamilton's won it. Well done.
A large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car.
I am on ultra high graphics as well because my computer can actually do that now. But I might have to turn it down for high for when I'm doing videos.
Celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
So there we go. Let's go to the classification screen and see where our teammate placed. I think I'm probably guessing P17. Right. I've got the re-race. We race as one helmet. I just need 2 more levels to get the end racism gloves. I think there's something else as well.
It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton.
Right.
Who moves further ahead at the
Top
top of the
5.
table. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
It's got to be Lando Norris, hasn't it? Smooth,
Fair enough.
confident and assured. I've got no doubt that he and his team are going to be over the moon with his performance today.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead.
Of course they
Meanwhile,
are.
Ferrari have improved their position. A strong weekend from them as they fight their way towards the top. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Yeah, so the top 5 were Hamilton, Verstappen, Leclerc, Bottas, and Ricciardo. So where did our team come? So Alesi actually came 18th, and we came 20th because obviously we had that wing issue at the start. Let's see if he obviously 21st we overtook him. Let's have a look at the highlights. Let's have a look. So it was lights out and away we go. We got an okay start. And then there's just yeah. I did come in a bit hell for leather there, I got to admit, but Raikkonen, Raikkonen as well, could have left me a bit more space, because obviously people are going to be going down there. But I think, in all honesty, I should have slammed on the brakes a bit more, because I really wasn't braking like a lot there, so I think I could have let off a bit more. And maybe just made sure that I got through there. But anyway, that happened, and then I just had major understeer for the rest of the corner. Going around there as well. As you can see, there's just one broken wing on that car. And I was just suffering so much understeer going through the right-handers. There was a bit on the left as well, but not as much as there was on the right by a mile. So here we are with a fresh wing. And we're just driving. This bit is probably cut out, because obviously I'm trying to not leave the whole race in. I'm trying to get it so it's a bit more entertaining for you all to watch. But this is when we were just trying to catch up to the pack. We weren't really going... Although we knocked over the bollard there. Yeah, we weren't really going hell for leather on this part. I was just trying to catch up to the pack, and then this is when we were battling Latifi. I think this is probably the lap we got him. As you can see, I wasn't just trying to, you know, lock ups and stuff, just trying to keep it there. And then gaining, got the DRS. He went to the left to defend his position. I went to the right to go down to the outside. I could possibly have gone into the inside just to try and make it stick, but if you're further out on the corner, you get more traction. And I knew that he was on the corner, so he might not have as good traction, because even on the line, you're going to go over a bump, which is going to offset the back of your car anyway. So I thought if I just stayed on the tarmac, I could probably get a good exit. And then we took the checkered flag there in P20, with sadly Alexander Albon DNFing out of the race. So let's advance. We might have a few interview questions with Claire about our race. Why did you break off your wing? Well, I just went in there, really. Just tried to get my nose stuck in, but yeah, Raikkonen didn't see me come in. Oh, but Claire actually thinks I did a good did a good race.
Why do you think you weren't as quick as your teammate today?
Well, ideally, I made a few mistakes and they were more consistent. Yeah, I think that's a good answer, to be fair.
Dodgems than Formula 1 today, wasn't it?
No comment on that, really. So, you asked the questions, Claire. You know, ask me some. Honestly, it says your great work out there today. Let's have your take on it. Bad luck out there today. Why weren't you as quick as your team? You just said I was. You know, yeah, it's just weird. So yeah, we didn't win against Giovinazzi, so obviously we didn't get that over the rival. But as I said, next week or the next episode, we should hopefully get that. What about Cash? Yeah, we didn't get our achieved top 15, but we got the overtake 5 drivers in a race. I don't know how we got that. But yeah, there we go. 100k. We're on 1.63 million. I don't think we can get anything in the facilities for that, but we'll have a look regardless. But yeah. What is the next lap? I'm pretty sure it's the Spanish Grand Prix, because last year was round 6, but because Baku is now after Monaco, I think it's the Spanish Grand Prix, then it's Monaco, Baku, and then I think it's Canada, France, Britain, Hungary, and then season break and stuff like that. Oh, it's the Dutch Grand Prix. Oh, I forgot about the Netherlands. Oh, I'm actually quite good around that track. Right, corporate. We have something in the customization. Oh, yeah, that's going to be the re-races one thingamajig. So ICE, there we go. Get that off the car immediately. Let's put in a new MGUH. Let's put in a new turbocharger as well. I think that's good. So they're going to be pending. Let's have a look at the things. I mean, we shouldn't really be doing this. We should really be doing this in the next episode. But we do actually have enough funds to get one on the durability side of stuff. So yeah, let's get that. I don't know if that will happen because obviously what I do is I go and quick to the main menu, and obviously it doesn't save. But what I might do is I might go ahead and do I might go ahead and do these in this episode. And then, so in the next episode, we do the race first, and then we do the activities. I think that's going to be a good way to do this. So let's advance the time. We've got a press interview, so we will do that in this race as well, in this episode as well. Right, there we go.
Our new parts have been completed without issue.
Awesome.
Car ready for the next race weekend.
So that might be another thing that will help us as well. So go to press interview with Will. Let's see what he has to say to us. Probably, why is your teammate quicker than you at the moment?
Here we are in the HQ of our newest Formula 1 team. We've got an awful lot to talk about, so let's jump straight in.
Okay, it looked like your lips movement weren't really synced with the dialogue.
Have you been focusing on their development?
They've really been putting in the hours in the simulator. I think that's a good one to go for.
To get your team into a good position.
How?
How long do you think it will be before you can challenge the big 3?
Still a lot of work before we can get to that level, I think.
Let's talk about your new second driver. How are they settling in?
I think he's loving the car. He's putting in good performances.
It's been wonderful to spend some time with you. Best of luck out on track.
Thank you, Will. We need it. But as I say, the Netherlands Grand Prix, I am actually quite good around that track. So yeah. Let's simulate the rest of the things, and then obviously in the next episode we'll start off with the race, then we'll do the activities ready for the next week thing. I think that's just going to be a better structure, so you don't really have to see me go through the activity screen firstly and then wait for the race.
Pretty low. We may need to shut down facilities for a while to cut down our running costs.
I think we'll be okay. But yeah, obviously we do the race first. So then if you guys are only here for the race, then you can leave. I don't really want you to stick around for stuff you aren't really interested in. So yeah. Advanced time, we have some weekly running costs. And we've gone up some more money there.
Okay.
That's good.
We've had the new parts come through from the fabrication process.
Awesome.
We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
So
What do you think of this one?
we can develop that bit on the car, and we can develop that as well. So there we go, 150 R&D points spent. Let's just have a look at our facilities. Can we get anything? Quality control for that is 2 million, so we might be able to get that at the end of next week's Grand Prix. So yeah. That is going to be the end of this episode, so I hope you guys did enjoy it. Leave a like if you did, subscribe for more, become a channel member as well if you want to become a part of the gaming squad. And I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Until then, take care and peace out.